think it's Monday, the 7th of December. And yeah, it's been quite an eventful week with the start of last week. The uh, Pfizer vaccine was approved in the UK. So it sounds like from this week they're going to start rolling it out across the country to residents of care homes and frontline workers. Um, and yeah, so a really exciting step. Yeah, and it means that before Christmas, some people will be vaccinated, which yeah can only obviously be a good thing. It was quite interesting that you know when it was first announced, um, it was all about speed and, people wanted to know when the vaccines were getting into the country, how quickly they'll start getting into people's arms. But, it's going to be a massive project, the biggest rollout that's probably ever occurred in this country and throughout the world. So, it's really important that it's done properly, and it's not just about speed. You know, it's got to be thorough, and we've got to make sure that we get to everybody, and if that takes a few months longer than people kind of first expected, then so be it, because it's all about getting people's lives back to how they were before, um, and and kind of the fact that the vaccine, and sounds like there could be another couple of options as well. We're already ahead of the game, because I don't think anybody imagined that we would have one as quickly as this. So yeah, all good. In other news last week, it was the first kind of that I've known the International People with Disabilities Day. Um, the BBC made uh, quite a big thing of it, which I thought was really good. I don't know if it's because it's like the 25th anniversary of the Disabled Disability Discrimination Act, and also it's kind of Disability History Month as well. So there's a couple of other big anniversaries that kind of have tied into this. So yeah, it seemed to be, it's not something I've heard about in previous years, but it was really good to we had a couple of webinars involving uh, power athletes, including Hannah Cockcroft in the morning, and then in the afternoon there was a session from a couple of Channel 4's broadcasters who have covered are going to cover the Paralympics next year. So yeah, right up my street, sports themed, which so they were really good sessions, really interesting, and hopefully it's something that will be celebrated every year, in the same way and with the same profile. Um, so that yeah. In other news, Everton got a point on Saturday, away at Burnley. It's always a tough place to go, and I suppose a point is better than nothing. But yeah, it's a game that we would have been looking at getting 3 points in. Also, the tier system kicked in last week, so my nephew and niece played football for the first time in a month, and bit more restrictions lifted a little bit, but yeah, but other than that, quite a straightforward week work wise. And yeah, I'll be back again next week with an update. But hope everybody has a good 7 days, and I'll catch you again next week. Bye for now.